Hi guys, and welcome back to our channel. Our video for today is going to be about 10 facts about Earth. Let's get started. 10 interesting Earth facts, Mother Earth. That bright blue marble has captivated people ever since they first started to walk on it. Why else would it intrigue us? It continues to be the only planet we are aware of where life flourishes, in addition to being our home and the site where life as we know it began. Furthermore, we have learned a lot about Earth over the past few centuries, which has only increased our fascination with it. How much does the typical individual actually know about Earth, though? Even though you've spent your entire life on Earth, how much do you actually understand about the planet's surface? Here are 10 more fascinating facts about Earth that you may or may not already know. You probably already know a lot of interesting information. First fact: plate tectonics maintain planet comfort. Only the planet Earth has plate tectonics in the solar system. In essence, the Earth's crust is divided into sections called tectonic plates. These can interact with one another and are perched on top of the Earth's magma core. One plate will subduct, move underneath another in a collision between two plates, and where they separate, new crust will form. There are several reasons why this process is crucial. It is essential to the carbon cycle and causes tectonic resurfacing as well as geological activity, such as earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, mountain building, and the creation of oceanic trenches. In the ocean, small plants decay and sink to the bottom of the ocean. The carbon-rich remains of this life are recycled over a very long time period inside the Earth's interior. This removes carbon from the atmosphere, preventing us from experiencing a runaway greenhouse effect like Venus did. Without plate tectonics, the Earth would become hot and hellish, since there would be no way to recycle this carbon. Second fact: the Earth is almost aspherical. The Earth is frequently perceived as being aspherical. In fact, this was the accepted scientific theory from the 6th century BCE till the present. The Earth is truly shaped like a flattened spherical, though as a result of advancements in astronomy and space exploration, aka an oblate spheroid. This form resembles a sphere, but with flattened poles and a bulging equator. The rotation of our planet is to blame for the Earth's bulge in this instance. This indicates that the distance between the poles is approximately 43 kilometers less than the diameter of Earth at the equator. Although Mount Everest is the highest mountain on Earth, Mount Chimborazo in Ecuador is the landmark that is furthest distant from the planet's center. Third fact: iron, oxygen, and silicon make up the majority of the composition of the Earth. 32.1% of the planet is made of iron, 30.1% of oxygen, 15.1% of silicon, and 13.9% of magnesium. Of course, the majority of this iron is actually found at the Earth's core. It would be 88% iron if you could actually descend and sample the core. And you would discover that 47% of the Earth's crust contains oxygen if you took a sample. Fourth fact: the Earth's surface is 70% water. When astronauts first entered space, they were the first people to see the Earth with their own eyes. Their findings led to the Earth earning the moniker Blue Planet. Given that the oceans encompass 70% of our world, this is not surprising. The solid crust that is positioned above sea level makes up the remaining 30%, which is why it is referred to as the continental crust. Fifth fact: the atmosphere of the Earth extends to a distance of 10,000 kilometers. The Earth's atmosphere extends out into space for about 10,000 kilometers. However, it is thickest within the first 50 kilometers or so from the surface. The troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere are its 5 principal layers. As one ascends higher into the sky and moves away from the surface, air pressure and density often drop. Near the surface of the Earth, the majority of the atmosphere is located. In actuality, the first 11 kilometers above the planet's surface contains 75% of the atmosphere. The greatest layer is the exosphere, which starts at the exobase at the top of the thermosphere at an altitude of roughly 700 kilometers above sea level and extends to a distance of about 10,000 kilometers, 6,200 miles. Exosphere and empty space in outer space, where there is no atmosphere, converge. The exosphere is primarily made up of heavier molecules including nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon dioxide, as well as hydrogen and helium, both of which have extremely low densities. The exosphere no longer functions like a gas because the atoms and molecules are so widely apart and particles are continually escaping into space. These free-moving particles travel in and out of the magnetosphere on ballistic trajectories and may also move with the solar wind. Sixth fact: the Earth is like a great big magnet with poles at the top and bottom, close to the geographic poles. The Earth is like a great big magnet with poles at the top and bottom, near the actual geographic poles. The magnetosphere is an area formed by the magnetic field it generates that extends thousands of kilometers from the Earth's surface. Scientists believe that the molten outer core of the Earth, where heat causes convection motions of conducting elements to produce electric currents, is the source of this magnetic field. Enjoy the magnetosphere and be thankful. Without it, solar wind particles would directly impact the Earth, exposing the planet's surface to high radiation levels. Instead of harming us, the magnetosphere guides the solar wind around the planet. Additionally, it has been proposed by scientists that Mars's thin atmosphere results from a weaker magnetosphere than that of Earth, which allowed solar wind to gradually take it away. Seventh fact: the Earth doesn't spin once around its axis in 24 hours. Instead, it does it once every 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 4 seconds, or what astronomers regard to as a sidereal day. What does that mean exactly? Doesn't it imply that a day is 4 minutes shorter than we believe it to be? You could assume that as time passes day by day, night will eventually become day, and vice versa. However, keep in mind that the Earth revolves around the Sun. The Sun travels by around 1 degree per day in relation to the background stars, which is roughly the size of the Moon in the sky. Due to the Earth's orbit around the Sun, we can observe a small amount of motion from it. If you add this to the Earth's rotation on its axis, you get a total of 24 hours. A solar day is defined as the length of time it takes the Sun to return to the same location in the sky, as opposed to a sidereal day. Knowing the difference between the two entails understanding how long it takes for the Sun to rise and set once, as well as how long it takes for the stars to appear at the same location in the sky. Eighth fact: there aren't 365 days in an Earth year. There are 365.2564 days in a year. This extra 2564 day is what drives the requirement for a leap year, which occurs once every 4 years. We add an extra day to February every 4 years because of this: 2004, 2008, 2012, etc. With the exception of years that are divisible by 100, 1900, 2100, etc. This rule does not apply to them: 1600, 2000, etc. Ninth fact: Earth has 2 co-orbital satellites and 1 moon, as you are surely aware, aka the Moon. We won't go into much into there because there is a lot that is known about this body and we have written numerous articles on it. But did you know that there are 2 more asteroids orbiting in tandem with Earth? These 2 asteroids, named as 3753 Cruithne and 2002 AA29, are a member of a larger group of asteroids known as near-Earth objects, NEOs. Asteroid 3753 Cruithne, which is also known as Earth's second moon, is 5 kilometers across. It has a coordinated orbit with Earth, but does not really orbit it. It also has an orbit that gives the impression that it is moving in the same direction as the Earth, but it is actually traveling in a different direction around the Sun. In contrast, 2002 AA29, which is only 60 meters across and orbits the Earth in a horseshoe shape, passes within 95 years of the planet. It will seem to circle Earth in a resemblance of a satellite orbit in around 600 years. It might be a good target for a space exploration expedition, according to scientists. 10th fact: only Earth is known to have life. We have found historical evidence of water and organic compounds on Mars, as well as the basic components of life on Saturn's moon Titan. In deep space nebulae, amino acids can be seen. Additionally, researchers have made assumptions regarding the potential for life to live below the ice surfaces of Titan and Europa, moons of Saturn. However, only Earth has really been found to have life. However, scientists are developing the experiments that will help find out if there is life on other worlds. The Nexus for Exoplanet System Science, NEXSS for instance, was newly established by NASA and will spend the ensuing years searching through the data returned by the Kepler Satellite Telescope and other missions that have not yet been launched for indications of life on extrasolar planets. Currently, enormous radio dishes are scanning distant stars in search of the telltale signs of sentient life stretching out into interstellar space. And more recent space observatories, including the James Webb Telescope from NASA, the Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite, TESS, and the Darwin Project from the European Space Agency, may just have the power to detect the presence of life on distant planets. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you love this kind of content, we consider subscribing to be informed for every new video, and don't forget to share it. See you.